Hello YouTube. I asked my audience on Facebook, which if you haven't liked my Facebook page already, you need to, but I asked how many people would want to hear about me talking about the pastor saying he punched the living daylights out of a kid in the chest. I had a lot of people like the post, so I said, okay, I'm gonna do the video and give my input on it. Now there are 5 things I would like to state. 1, I do believe in God. 2, I do read the Bible and do my best to let it guide me through life. And 3, it has worked for me. I'm not saying my experience is gonna be the same as everybody else. And 4, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's a couple of my viewers out there who don't believe in God or even the Bible. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I can't make you believe in him. The best thing I can do is lead by my actions, because what I have been taught is that it's my actions that prevail over anything I say. Like, you can have somebody out there and say they believe in God, they try and do their best to follow the Bible all the time. Like, I know people like that. They'll go to church and then you'll catch them drinking, underage, having sex, everybody under the freaking sun, just doing everything, and then they'll say, oh, I believe in God and the Bible. You're a hypocrite. Like, I'm not gonna flex. I sin too. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I looked at the commandments. I was like, dang, I break all of these. But the whole thing about it is, even if you do break the commandments, that is the beauty of God, because we have the willingness to ask for forgiveness. None of us are perfect, so we're always bound to sin again. The whole point is to do your best to try not to sin as much. But at the same time, keeping in mind that you're not perfect, so you shouldn't feel down on yourself when you do something that's against his word. I mean, if you don't believe, it's fine. Like, I'm not a pastor. And plus, the best thing I can do is lead by my actions and my example. But for the record, you do have people out there like atheists who don't believe in anything at all. And then, you know, they'll try and argue science, blah, 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 blah. Which is understandable, because you just can't be like, oh, look, right there, God's real. Like, you can't do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it is based off of faith. But at the same time, we have the right to choose whatever we believe in. So if your choice is to not believe, then I'm completely okay with it, because there's nothing I can really do about it. At the end of the day, it's your choice of whatever you want to do. So now with that out the way, let's look at this pastor, yo.
There was a young man in Calvary. His name was Ben. And I was running a youth group. I was there for a few years. And he was a nice kid, but he was one of those kids that was always he's a real smart aleck. Was a bright kid, which didn't help things, right? Made him more dangerous. And we were outside one day at youth group, and he was just trying to push my buttons, and he was just, you know, kind of not taking the Lord serious. And I walked over to him, and I went, bam! I punched him in the chest as hard as I crumpled the kid. I just crumpled him. And I leaned over and I said, Ben, when are you going to stop playing games with God?
Bruh. Now, I'm sorry. One thing I do state in my channel's about section is that I do have a sick twist of humor. And I did find that funny. Why would you punch the kid? The thing is, he punched him in the chest. You know, that could break something. The fact that he said he did that is simply hilarious. Then you have like all these people out here on the internet saying, oh, well, you think it's okay to punch a kid. Blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, he was in the wrong for punching the kid. But at the same time, you gotta be like, hey, it was for a good cause, I guess. Because if that kid turned his life around and now he's a successful and positive influence to society, then you really can't argue that. That's saying everyone who has fought for America to be the powerhouse that it is today was in the wrong. Or for saying those who fought in World War II and killed people were wrong. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but if it's for a good cause, then what's the harm? Like, it's not like he killed the kid. If he killed him, this would be a completely different story. I don't think I should be laughing at that. But let me know what you think about it, because that's the whole point of this channel, to get everybody else's views and what they think about situations and things that I talk about. Post whatever you may feel in the comment section, because I will be responding and reading all of you guys' comments. Also, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And until then, I hope everybody has a nice day.
Pimp Squad Club.